Good evening. Welcome back. I'm the Wizard of Doom. Today is September 17th, and we're going to run through world headlines and climate news. But first, a big thanks to Robert Smith for throwing $50 my way to help keep this community and content going for all of us to savor, relish the end times. Because ain't nothing changing, and ain't nobody give a damn. Yep, in fact, we don't even talk to each other, let alone look at each other. You know this. So I invite you to use the link below and visit Climate and Economy to get your daily doom scroll in, covering all sorts of extremes around the world, not just here in upstate New York, but across the pond to Moscow, East Asia, South Sudan, Central Europe. How could we forget hundreds of thousands enduring floods, biblical wildfires, food shortages, crop failures. You know, a farm goes dead a day in Texas. They're running out of water, the ag commissioner says, but yet so many clueless morons are moving there. But you can hit the like, so go ahead and do that now. On political news, again, you have the link below in the description. I don't need to run through the climactic headlines and bore you to death. We know we've been at 1.5 degrees Celsius for the past year, and we know we're in uncharted territory. Truly, anything can happen at this point. Most certainly the extremes around the world are what we've been expecting for decades. Failure wouldn't even begin to describe our current place in climate battle, the fight against rising global temperatures. There is no fight to be had. You know, we're in a predicament. There's no solution. Problems have solutions. Okay, I'm not going to talk to you like you're an idiot. Okay, clearly you're an intelligent doomer who's well informed of data and evidence, unlike old Hickok over here saying that the only reason news exists is just to give you propaganda. Well, only if they dedicated more time to actually researching the subjects, you know, not Ginger Z. I'm talking about real accredited scientists who spend their lifetimes studying subjects of interest, not paid by corporate media. Yes, there are a few out there that exist. If you haven't already seen Beckwith's State of the Climate 2023 report, all the lines are going up. Anomalies happening more often. The heat wave around the world, from Antarctica to, again, Moscow. I don't need to repeat myself here. It's happening. We're living through this in real time, and the emphasis is gradual but sudden and abrupt change in our climate. So it may seem gradual in our day-to-day lives, but I mean, look at the past 5 years, 130-something% increase in water scarcity and conflicts in Africa. The trends are not good. Yeah, so it's fast. If you're even paying attention in the slightest, in a few years' time, but you know this. I feel like I beat a dead horse sometimes with it, but that was my point, is to report on the biosphere, being a human and witnessing this. Not trying to be right, just witnessing it and telling the truth. And this community, you know, to reach acceptance, there's a program from Peter Miller and psychologist Peter Miller, and Dr. Guy McPherson do a little chat back and forth. Their last one just aired, and I thought it was informative and helpful to watch if you haven't already caught up on their whole vibe. Okay, so let's jump over to politics, because, you know, that's a thing, and I don't cover economy enough, but I don't know. We're in the highest debt to GDP ratio, not jet, and since the height of 1940 and, you know, Great Depression, like it's not good, okay? And if you got your money tied up in stock market, well, you can kiss that goodbye. This November is going to rock the political world. There was another assassination attempt, which is all over the news. You know about this. The guy used an SKS, I guess, 7.62 maybe. Never cared for them. That's a rifle, by the way, in case you're illiterate. Crazy, loony, 58-year-old guy. Was that how old he was? 55? I don't know. You know. Had a history. Okay, there's some kids playing basketball. They don't care about their future. You know, that was the biggest concern in the beginning about this, is like, why don't young people protest more? But they are feeling the anxiety. More and more articles are being published online about it. Okay, moving on. P. Diddy Combs was charged on racketeering and sex trafficking, and you know, there's just another one of these celebrities, just like Ben Affleck and Lopez, who broke up, you know, degenerates. She couldn't sell enough concert tickets to keep going, along with the Black Keys. My ex-wife saw them. I was kind of jealous, a little bit. I was working. Festivals are having a hard time making ends meet and continuing them because everyone's strapped with the cost of living is fucking insane. You make $50 and boom, it's gone on a tank of gas and like a box of cereal. People can't buy eggs, they can't buy bacon. You know who that guy is. Ugh. Okay, more laughter, less remorse. Billie Eilish just endorsed Kamala, her and her brother Falabian, I don't care. And Philippines boats are ramming into Chinese vessels. That was live on 60 Minutes air or whatever. Pagers are blowing up in Beirut and Lebanon. People just blowing up. I don't know, some kind of terrorist attack. And what a perfect opportunity as TikTok comes to a close in the next 5 months, probably, from the ban that during the election season, right during the election, how much that could screw us up if we had another one of those global worldwide computer shutdowns. Like, that's the perfect time to attack us and make us feel the most uncertain. But of course, why would any country invade the US when we have the most firepower and guns of any nation? There are more guns per citizen here, right? Obviously. They wouldn't. That would be suicide. We have the biggest military in the world at the expense of literally everything. Look at our roads, our power substations, grid. I mean, really, you think we're going to decarbonize the grid, use carbon emissions to turn electrify into fuel, green energy for the gasoline-powered cars? Think about it. Just for 1 second, no. It would take a complete paradigm shift, as someone pointed out in the comments. Maybe everyone take LSD, yeah, and half the people jump off a bridge. This shit's powerful. Psychedelics are like mind-bending experiences, not for the layperson. Certainly not a Trumper who can't use critical thinking. Just so ready for November. There's to be over. There's so many more videos coming out about warnings of the possibility of civil war. Duh, I've seen it for months. Oh, can you, and again, as a thought experiment, again, I invite you, okay, remember that a third of US citizens cannot pass a citizenship test. They don't know how many people are in the House or Senate. They don't know their local electives. They don't know how the due process of law works. Okay? Brain dead morons walk up and drive amongst us. In the cities with more car accidents on their phone, another reason to move away from cities. Literally, everyone walk around with loaded guns and cars, because that's what they are, death machines. All right, getting serious. Calm down. Use a thought experiment. How do the Trumpers get over this election, and how do we come back and unite in 2028? Boom! Clearly, death. Hit the nail on the coffin on American democracy. That's the conclusion you should have arrived to. Because there's no fucking way that we suddenly hold hands and sing Kumbaya in 2028 amongst all the other jamboree, catawampus events like climate, wars, last few years of stability. Mark my words, the Doom Wizard. I appreciate you, all of you. Just wanted to broadcast this. I wasn't going to do it, but tried my best. What's happening in the world, catching up with reality. Enjoy your week. I'll talk to you next time. See ya.